So, you're thinking about buying a Nissan GTR, huh? I get it. This car has been called Godzilla for a reason. It's a legend in the car world, famous for its insane acceleration, monstrous power, and the way it can embarrass cars that cost double or even triple the price. On paper, it looks like the dream. An everyday supercar that blends Japanese engineering with raw performance. But before you rush to sign the paperwork or start bragging to your friends about joining the GTR club, let's slow down for a second. Because while the GTR has a huge fan following, it's not all sunshine and turbo whistles. Owning this beast comes with some pretty big downsides that most people don't talk about until it's too late. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. 10 reasons why you might actually regret buying a Nissan GTR. Stick with me because some of these reasons might completely change how you see this legendary car. 1. The price tag isn't friendly at all. When people first think about the Nissan GTR, they imagine a supercar that's somehow affordable compared to Ferraris or Lamborghinis. But here's the thing, this car isn't cheap by any stretch of the imagination. The base price might look reasonable for a supercar, but once you start adding in taxes, import duties, customization, insurance, and routine maintenance, suddenly the so-called affordable Godzilla isn't so budget-friendly anymore. It's one of those cars that looks like a great deal on paper, but the reality hits you when you actually sit with the numbers. And trust me, the numbers aren't small. 2. Outdated interior and tech. Step inside a GTR and you'll instantly feel the age. Sure, it has a sporty vibe and the materials aren't exactly cheap, but compared to modern cars in the same price bracket, it looks like something from a decade ago. The infotainment system feels clunky. The screen isn't nearly as sharp as what you'll find in even mid-range cars today, and the overall design just doesn't scream modern. The car was revolutionary when it launched, but Nissan hasn't exactly kept up with the rapid pace of automotive tech. When you're spending six figures, you expect things like a sleek digital dash, futuristic HUDs, buttery-smooth touchscreens, and premium connectivity features. Instead, the GTR feels like it's still stuck in the 2010s. If you care about the driving experience alone, maybe you can forgive it. But when you're buying a car that's supposed to turn heads and impress friends, the outdated cabin quickly makes you feel like you're behind the curve. 3. Maintenance costs will make you cry. Here's the brutal truth. Owning a Nissan GTR isn't just about the upfront price. It's like adopting a high-maintenance pet that constantly demands your attention, money, and time. The car guzzles premium fuel like there's no tomorrow, and because of its performance-oriented parts, even the most basic service costs way more than your average car. Oil changes? Not cheap. Tires? They wear out ridiculously fast if you actually drive the car the way it's meant to be driven. And don't even get me started on brake pads or transmission servicing. Those bills can make your heart sink. People often forget that the GTR isn't a regular Nissan. It's a specialized performance machine with complex engineering. That means mechanics trained to work on it aren't just around the corner, and their expertise doesn't come free. Over a few years, the maintenance alone could equal the cost of buying another decent car. 4. It's not comfortable for daily driving. Let's be honest. The Nissan GTR wasn't built with daily comfort in mind. It's engineered to tear up racetracks, not glide over potholes or keep you cozy in city traffic. The ride is stiff, the suspension is firm, and after a while you start feeling every bump and crack in the road. Add in the loud cabin noise, because that aggressive exhaust note doesn't exactly stay quiet, and suddenly your dream car feels more like a punishment tool during long commutes. For short bursts of thrill, it's fantastic. But if you're stuck in traffic, juggling groceries, or simply want a calm drive after a long day, the GTR can feel exhausting. The seats are supportive but not exactly plush, and visibility isn't great either. Daily driving turns into a reminder that this car isn't really meant for regular life. Unless you've got another comfortable ride at home, living with the GTR full-time will wear you out quicker than you expect. 5. Gas mileage is horrible. If you're even slightly concerned about fuel economy, let's just say the Nissan GTR will make you regret every visit to the gas station. This beast wasn't made to sip fuel, it was made to drink it like water. You're looking at mileage numbers that make SUVs look efficient. And we're not talking about regular unleaded fuel either. This machine demands premium, which is already expensive. Combine that with how tempting it is to unleash the car's power, and your fuel bill will skyrocket faster than the car itself. It's one of those expenses people underestimate at first. They're excited about owning Godzilla, but then they start calculating monthly fuel costs, and the enthusiasm fades real quick. Sure, if you're rich and fuel money doesn't matter, maybe you'll shrug it off. But for anyone else, watching your tank empty after just a couple of spirited drives can feel downright painful. 6. Depreciation hits hard. One of the painful truths about buying a Nissan GTR is how quickly it loses value. While some cars are known to hold their worth or even appreciate over time, the GTR isn't one of them. It doesn't have the same collectible aura as, say, a classic Porsche or Ferrari. Instead, the resale market treats it like just another fast car that's getting older by the day. As newer models roll out with better features and tech, your GTR starts to feel dated, and the resale price reflects that. In just a few years, you could lose tens of thousands in value, which hurts especially after spending so much to buy it in the first place. Unless you're planning to keep it forever, the depreciation sting is real. And let's be honest, many people buy cars like this with the intention of upgrading later. If that's you, prepare for disappointment when it's time to sell. 7. Insurance premiums will shock you. So you thought buying the car was the big expense? Wait until you get your first insurance quote. Because the GTR is classified as a high-performance sports car, insurers see it as a huge risk. That translates into premiums that could easily match or even exceed your monthly car payments on a regular vehicle. Even if you've got a clean driving record, insurers don't care. The risk of accidents, theft, or expensive repairs pushes your premium through the roof. And if you're younger, forget about it, the numbers get even more ridiculous. 8. Limited practicality. The GTR is built for speed and performance, not practicality. And you'll realize that quickly once you start trying to use it like a normal car. The back seats? Let's be honest, they're basically for show. Adults can barely fit back there, and even kids won't be comfortable for long trips. The trunk space is limited, so good luck trying to carry more than a couple of bags. Need to haul groceries, luggage, or sports gear? You'll start wishing you had kept your regular car. It's the kind of vehicle that looks amazing in your driveway and on weekend joyrides, but as soon as life demands any level of practicality, the car shows its flaws. The GTR doesn't compromise on being a performance monster, but in doing so, it compromises on everyday usefulness. Unless you live the kind of lifestyle where practicality doesn't matter, this car is more of a flashy toy than a real daily driver. 9. It draws the wrong kind of attention. Owning a Nissan GTR means you're guaranteed to turn heads everywhere you go. But not all attention is good attention. On one hand, car enthusiasts will admire it, and strangers might give you thumbs up. On the other hand, it also attracts jealousy, unwanted competition on the road, and yes, police attention. Every time you accelerate a little too aggressively, you risk being pulled over. The car screams speeding ticket, even if you're just cruising within the limit. 10. It's showing its age against competition. Back when the GTR first launched, it was revolutionary. It destroyed lap times and embarrassed cars that cost way more. But fast forward to today, and the competition has caught up, and in many ways, surpassed it. Brands like Porsche, Audi, and even Tesla are offering cars with more advanced tech, better efficiency, improved interiors, and equally mind-blowing performance. The GTR still has raw speed, but that edge isn't unique anymore. And that's for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Got thoughts, questions, or video ideas? Drop them down in the comments. I read every single one,